biggest challenge in selecting the works for the show?
Well, when I first was, they told me that I was going to curate the show. I thought I'd show everybody that I'd ever met in Taos, and I'd start with George O'Keeffe and Andrew Nasberg and Dorothy Brett in the early, you know, and go all the way through. And I suddenly realized that was a little bit ambitious. So I went back and I thought it through, and I realized that there were 5 guys that lived here that I had known for over 40 years, and I knew them in Los Angeles, and I did art with them before they came to Taos. And so I decided to do that, and it's Ron Cooper and Ron Davis and Kenny Price and Larry Bell and Dean Stockwell. Mm-hmm. These are guys I've known for about 50 years. And we have Kenny Price. Kenny Price is a ceramicist, but he didn't want to show any ceramics, and he did this show called Happy's Curios, and he did all these wonderful ceramic pieces. And he had a big show at the LA County Museum of the pieces that he made here in Taos. This is my friend Dean Stockwell, who I've known for probably 60 years. There's a very famous artist by the name of Wallace Berman, and Dean played gin rummy with him every day for 10 years. I think that's how Wallace made his money. This is one of Ron Cooper's. Now Ron Cooper came here, I think, about the same time I did, in 1969. He lived up in Truches, and that was an area I tried to stay out of in those days. But Ron moved right in, and Ron has always had a wonderful way of going right down into the indigenous people and being able to live with them and be with them. This is a profile chair. This is Dorothy Brett. If you don't know who Dorothy Brett is, it's a great painting of hers right around the corner. She came here with D.H. Lawrence. The billboards are, I live in Los Angeles, and that's what we look at. Unless you like palm trees, it's not a very visual city to me. So I was constantly looking at the walls, which I did a lot of graffiti painting later when I directed a film called Colors. In 1963 in Los Angeles, photographers couldn't show in the same place as painters. So I bought a Man Ray in the back room, and he couldn't show in where the painters were showing. So I wanted to show with my friends, and I was really basically doing photography at this point because I lost all my paintings in 1961 in the Bel Air fire. And I tried to get back to painting. I couldn't really do it at the time. And so I started assembling objects with photographs, large photographs, thinking this way I could show with my friends. I wanted to show early pieces, like the piece of Larry's there is 1962. I think this is 1968. Yeah, 1968. So I wanted to show that, and I wanted to show what they're doing now. So I knew that I didn't have really enough room to do a real retrospective of anything, but I just wanted people to be able to see how long they've been doing what they're doing, and how it formulated and how it fit and how important it is in the world. Anyway, these men. This is the beginning. We're standing in a room here with Larry Bell and Ron Davis, and they are the beginning of what we know as hard edge or minimal art. Ron did the first fiberglass pieces that I ever saw around, I think probably just the end of the 50s or just the beginning of the 60s. I first saw his work with Walter Hopps. Walter Hopps was director of the Pasadena Museum. And I was in London at the Tate Modern, and I saw a great retrospective of Larry Bell. I just walked in and I went, wow. And I thought that these two artists should show here. They live here, and they very rarely are ever seen here. Well, you know, I went into contract at Warner Brothers when I was 18 years old, and it really allowed me to live a cultural life. I never had to I didn't have to stop painting. I didn't have to stop taking photographs. I didn't have to stop writing poetry. The stuff you do when you're a kid and when you're in high school and so on, you usually stop that and get a grown-up job. But I never really had to do that. So acting allowed me to be able to go to the museums and continue painting and continue taking photographs, continue things that I did when I was in high school. I never thought about it being anything but all the same thing. And as an actor, you went into a lot of times when you can't get a job, you can't get work, so it was something to fall back on.
Mm-hmm. How did you come to Taos? How did you find out about it?
Coming down from Farmington, my production manager were looking for locations. We got down to...
this is for Easy Rider.
Yeah, for Easy Rider. We got down to Espanola. And he said, well, if we take a left here, if we take a left, we'll go to Santa Fe. If we take a right, we'll go to Taos. And Taos is an art community. And I said, well, I don't want to go to any damn art community, man. We're making Easy Rider here. So he took he had the directions wrong. He took the wrong turn. Mm-hmm. And I ended up in Taos. And I ended up in the plaza. And this Indian guy, as I was getting out of the car, he came up to me and he says, look, the mountain is smiling on you. I know where you need to go. The mountain is smiling on you. And he took me out to New Buffalo, which was what I was looking for. I was looking for a commune. And so that's the way it started.
What were your initial impressions of Taos at that time?
I thought if I ever have any money, I would come back and live here.
Mm-hmm. And what kept you here for the time that you were here?
The mountain. I don't know.
Like everybody else.
Like everybody else.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you.
Good to talk to you.
Thanks.
Love the show.
Thank you, sir. Good. Thank you. Yeah.